The passing of Queen Elizabeth II marked the beginning of a difficult chapter for the royal family, and no one felt the weight of that loss more deeply than the royal children. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, though young, were given a space to process the tragedy and ask questions about their beloved great-grandmother. The royal family's decision to keep some normalcy in their lives, even amidst such overwhelming grief, allowed the children to cope in their own way. The Princess of Wales, Katherine, made a deeply personal choice to inform her children about Queen Elizabeth's death before the official announcement. In a quiet, private moment at Windsor, Katherine sat down with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis to break the heartbreaking news. She chose her words carefully, gently telling them that Queen Elizabeth was now in heaven with Prince Philip, ensuring the children heard the tragic news directly from her. It was a tender moment filled with tears, hugs, and an outpouring of love for the children as they processed the loss of their great-grandmother. Just one day prior, the royal children had attended an introductory day at school, dressed in their adorable uniforms, ready for a new chapter. But the weight of the news hung heavily in the air as their world was suddenly turned upside down. Katherine's role in this difficult time was one of strength and tenderness, offering her children a sense of comfort as they navigated their grief. In the midst of this sorrow, Katherine's efforts to shield her children from the overwhelming sadness of the situation were evident. While she could not prevent their grief, she did everything in her power to ensure that they were surrounded by love and care during this time of immense loss. As a mother, her actions spoke volumes about her commitment to her family and her understanding of the emotional complexities the children were facing. In the aftermath of the Queen's passing, Prince William spoke publicly about his efforts to keep some continuity in the children's lives. During a meeting with the public following the announcement of the Queen's death on September 8, 2022, William shared how he and Katherine had been working hard to ensure that their children's routines, especially school, remained as normal as possible. The royal children, despite the loss, continued with their lives, attending school and experiencing the same everyday activities that many other children their age would. The importance of routine during times of loss cannot be overstated, and Prince William understood this instinctively. He wanted to provide his children with a sense of normalcy amidst the emotional upheaval they were experiencing. By continuing their school routines and engaging in regular activities, the children were able to retain some semblance of their usual lives, even as the world around them changed. In fact, when William and Katherine visited Windsor Guildhall to thank the staff who had worked on Queen Elizabeth's committal service, their children's curiosity about the preparations was evident. The royal children, ever observant, noticed the security drones flying around and asked questions about the preparations for such a massive occasion. Katherine, ever the supportive mother, praised the team for their meticulous planning and organization, highlighting the effort that went into making the event a fitting tribute to the Queen. In another poignant moment, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, was asked about her two children, Lady Louise and James, Earl of Wessex, who had stood vigil beside the coffin of their late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. The heartfelt tribute saw Lady Louise and James join their older cousins, including Prince William, Zara Tindall, Peter Phillips, and Prince Harry, in a touching moment of remembrance. As Sophie recounted the experience, she became visibly emotional, pausing to collect herself before speaking. Sophie's pride in her children's composure and maturity during such an emotional moment was evident. "It was incredibly moving," she said, visibly holding back tears. "I was so proud of them, of all the cousins, for the way they listened to instructions and carried themselves." Sophie explained that, at first, she had wondered whether it would be appropriate for James, being younger, to take part in such a solemn occasion. But James was determined to honor his grandmother, and Sophie was proud of how both he and Louise had participated with such grace. Sophie's words reflected the deep sense of family unity that defined this moment, and her emotional recollection of the vigil underscored the profound impact it had on all who witnessed it. This shared moment of remembrance showed the royal family's commitment to supporting one another through their grief, with each family member offering strength to the others during an undeniably difficult time. Though Queen Elizabeth II may no longer be with us, her love for her great-grandchildren, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis lives on in sweet, tender memories. Katherine, in a rare moment of reflection, shared how the Queen would always leave a small gift for the children when they visited her at Windsor, a gesture that spoke volumes about her deep affection for her family. One particularly endearing moment was caught on film when Princess Charlotte, at a young age, mimicked the Queen's signature wave from the balcony. The young princess, standing beside her great-grandmother, watched as Queen Elizabeth waved to the public and, with a gleam in her eye, copied the gesture herself. Katherine, watching her daughter, couldn't help but giggle at the sweet moment, a testament to the bond between the Queen and her great-grandchildren. Another memorable moment came during the 2022 Platinum Jubilee celebrations, when Prince Louis, known for his cheeky antics, was seen engaging with his great-grandmother on the balcony. In a playful moment, the young prince was caught chatting with the Queen before pulling faces at the planes flying overhead and covering his ears as the jets soared past. The late Queen's interactions with her great-grandchildren revealed a softer, more playful side to the monarch that endeared her even more to the public. Despite the grief and sorrow surrounding the royal family, the children have shown remarkable resilience, supported by their parents' unwavering love and guidance. The royal family's efforts to protect their children from the worst of the public spotlight while still involving them in significant moments of national importance is a delicate balance, and one that Catherine and William have worked hard to maintain. The public's admiration for the royal children only deepened as they witnessed the moments of tenderness, unity, and resilience that have defined their response to the loss of Queen Elizabeth II. From Prince George's quiet maturity to Princess Charlotte's endearing imitation of the Queen, and Prince Louis's playful antics, the royal children continue to capture the hearts of the British public. As the family moves forward, navigating their roles within the monarchy, it is clear that the Queen's legacy will live on through her great-grandchildren. The lessons they have learned from her, and the love they received from her, will undoubtedly shape their futures as they carry on her legacy for generations to come. Through these moments, the royal family has proven that, even in times of immense sorrow, the love and bond that hold them together remain unshaken. Their unity, resilience, and compassion for one another during this difficult time have been an inspiration to many, showing that even in the face of loss, the royal family remains strong, supportive, and unwavering in their commitment to each other and to the country they serve. As the royal children continue to grow, their roles within the family and the monarchy will evolve, but the foundation of love, respect, and tradition laid by Queen Elizabeth II will remain their guiding force. The royal family's ability to come together during such a time of grief has been a testament to their strength, and it is clear that the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II will live on, not only in her children and grandchildren but also in the future generations of the royal family.